Brandon Godden, and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He was targeted 9 times, was Dez against New York. Just 1 catch for 10 yards. Also had a fumble.
2 catches against New York in 2 games this year for Dez Bryant. Janoris Jenkins, a pickup for the Giants in the offseason at cornerback, has done a nice job against him. But I will say this, if they go a 3rd time, they had better be prepared in New York, because Dez Bryant, his pride and ability could be a breakout for him.
And he's got his man. It's Escobar. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Buying time to his left. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. So how about that one, Charles? We haven't seen that in a while, the illegal forward pass.
The quarterbacks get so much leeway on this play that you're right, Brandon. It is very rare that we see the call come out for a legal forward pass. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Third and long for Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
With it is Brown. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. A screen to Bell. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Eluding the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at cornerback with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Roethlisberger will throw. And able to find Green. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
You know, Charles, for a lot of fantasy football players, Week 14 was the first week of the playoffs. You remember back to draft day, Le'Veon Bell being out the first 3 weeks. Do I take him? Do I not? Well, those who took him, they were rewarded in Week 14.
And in a big way, because Le'Veon Bell at Buffalo, 236 yards on the ground, 38 carries, 298 yards overall in the game. The snow didn't affect him. It's not just that he plays in Pittsburgh. Remember his background, Michigan State. He had some cold weather games, some nasty games in Spartanland as well.
And those 236 on the ground, franchise record. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger being chased out left. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Now a wildcat look. It's Bell. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle, here to Coates. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 22 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But
bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Prescott now on second down. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
First down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. Third down here.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.